Hey friends, you must have been tired of not hearing from me something new. It's been a while since my last video. Now I'll explain why. This is Belarus. Everything's not so fast here, more like in a swamp. You're waiting for some finished projects, finished guitars from my side. But let me tell you something. I slowed down 6 projects being in progress because I found something interesting about wood aging before it becomes a guitar. You already know my mega vintage box, which I use to relic nitro and for cryo-freezing the finished guitars. But this time I decided to build another vintage box, which makes the temperature not low, but high. It allows me to age wood blanks and make them ready for adverse conditions, like if they already are 90 years old. And all this is proven with facts, with photos and investigations. This is not just some unconfirmed theory. It's not confirmed by me, by my tries and my experiments. But I know it works, as I have already made several guitars from baked maple, American baked maple, and from baked pine, 150 years old pine. All these woods sound amazing, so I decided to make a specialized stove so that my Les Paul blanks can be treated with such processing and can be aged and can sound like it's very, very old. Here in this building I have a good friend of mine who makes almost everything. There's lots of machinery. It's a bit scary here. Once my shop was situated in a similar place. Everything was half ruined, but nevertheless it's cheap to rent a place here. And my friend Alexei has just bought some used machines from a factory, old Soviet machines. He restores them and makes CNC laser machines, CNC mining machines, and other magical stuff. So he agreed to participate in a project for me to make a specialized stove to bake wood, and not using American technology with high temperatures, but Finnish technology, which was introduced not far ago in the early 2000s. A guy from Finland invented it. I'll share a link in the description to this video. He's also a luthier and also a guitar master. And his main idea was to make the wood stable, so that a neck is hard and stable on the finished guitar, and it works. He has been making lots of experiments, photos from an electron microscope, which prove that the wood is really aging, and what takes years to happen naturally happens literally in days. It's extremely fast. So let's have a look at what we've got. Well, at least we're getting it done. Hey ho! So here it is, a giant shop. Yeah, a glove compartment with giant machines I'm very excited about. It seems to be a milling machine. And this machine is used to make dies for casting. And here is a turning lathe, not so big. Alexei says it's a Barbie size option. It's a balcony type. Yeah, a balcony type one. Guys like him use these machines in their flats, on the balconies for some purposes. And what's that? This is a sharpening machine. A sharpening machine. Almost not seen. The model is 3E642E. And under the film you will find a hobbing machine. No way. To make cogwheels. You can make almost everything here. I love such places. There's so many cool things here. Just don't trip over. Yeah, you're right. Okay, show me the stove finally. Well, let me tell you. So here is a mega vintage box with an amazing cell. A fan is there. Here's tasty stuff. I thought and made a vent out there. Uh-huh. If you don't need it, you may close it. If you need it, you may leave it open. It can be useful for degassing. So either open, close it, or I don't know. Yeah, we'll see and try it somehow. Look, what? I'll put a tin sheet here. Yeah. I'll dot weld it and grind it so that dots are not seen. And I have a magnet like for ads boards. It's 0.7 millimeters thick. So I'll stick it here. And magnets will hold. Will they not be melted from the temperature? I believe they will stay safe at 180 degrees Celsius. At least with 100 degrees you should not even care. I think this temperature will be the main one for drying. And then, well, a fan is waiting for us here. Does it pull air from the inside? It works on the inside. Here a tin is placed and everything else is isolated. The lattice will be on the feet. I suppose it's the simplest option to take care of fingers. Or another option may be a tin box like this. Yeah, a tin box, I see. Yeah, open from up and down, or at the sides so that nothing falls inside. Yeah, nothing inside. Yeah, open at the sides. It's another option. Cool, you already painted it. Yeah, from the outside. By the way, look, I told you about it. Just bought recently. I thought to apply it inside. It's a heat-resistant enamel up to 800 degrees. Oh no, screw it. What for? It will peel off anyway. It doesn't peel off. People cover stoves with it. Yeah? Yeah, village stoves, 700 degrees. And what for? Let it stay zinc and that's all. It's not so important. We'll take care of it later. The cover I was thinking about, I've already told you. Magnets and that's all. Like you took it off and put it aside. Super. Any legs for it? No legs yet, but it's not a big deal. Here's a steel pipe here, so I can weld them where you say. Let's do it, I believe. What height do you need? Here are 6 lines. 3 for each side. Oh crap, I don't remember. 500 watts each, I suppose. You can switch it in series or in parallel. Do I really need so much of it? Faster and more evenly heating. Oh. And where will they be placed? Yeah, I'll tell you why they're still not in places. I want to build a frame from a 20th pipe. So you use it like in a closet, you know? Just insert it, switch it on, and it works. If it needs to be replaced or fixed, you can take it out. Yeah, it's convenient, so it's removable. Yeah, I don't get it actually. Thermal sensors are like these ones. Uh-huh. But I had a talk with this one guy. Possibly I will need to fix... And what's that? There are lenses and mirrors from a broken laser. Wow. This is gold on silicon. Nice. Yeah, gray ones are covered with molybdenum, and others are gold. And there is a broken lens. You see a crack here? Okay. Interesting. And these are parts from lasers. You know, heads and so on. Well, what else? So you're like Darth Vader here. Worse. Vader had no vacuum cleaner. Okay. What can I say? I like it a lot. And there lies a bending machine. Yes, a bending machine. Alexei made a bending machine, especially for this stove, just to bend sheet metal. This is a pressure beam, it's being put here, and this is a folding thingy. It bends. Cool, a must-have machine to bend steel. Yeah, great. Okay, I disconnect then and we'll talk to you more. I believe you liked this walkthrough. I really enjoyed it. Hey guys, it's hot in the shop again. I'm here finally, and I will tell you what this thing is for. As my shop is not so big, and I use it for filming intros and outros of my blogs and vlogs, and there's not much place to walk around, but I still want to make a good, nice shot for you. So I have a good friend of mine, a photographer, and a guitar player, Rodion Kavenkin. He's a food photographer and an ambassador of Fuji company, Fujifilm in Belarus. He always helps me with his advice. My morning started very well, because I finally saw my stove. I ordered it from Alexei in late April, when I returned from a work trip in Poland. And he has been fighting with it till now. You've already seen a handmade bending machine, self-invented construction. And there's still lots of questions until it's done. And we're thinking of them constantly to make them actually work. I hope everything will work out, that my idea of baking wood will work. And I advise you to watch the video of that master of luthiery from Finland to believe that it actually works. Moreover, Yamaha has a giant workshop for wood aging, and this fact pushed me to dig this topic further. They have a giant lab where they do research on temperature impact on wood, wood aging, and tuning with frequency impact. I mean, they remove the frequencies that are way over and strengthen frequencies muted inside the wood. This works great on acoustic guitars, but as I found out, it works with electric guitars also. That's why I will also make such experiments, and it's interesting for me. But until I try it by myself, until I see it and feel it, I cannot say it is absolute 100% truth. I have experience of building guitars from baked maple. Yeah, it works, but the problem of the baked maple is that it becomes very fragile. It's hard to work with as it cracks, it chips, and it's very dangerous, even though it's very stable and sounds pretty good. Some pieces of wood, after baking, become too hard, too tough, and stop voicing. It's a double-edged sword. My idea with the stove is to bake with lower temperatures. When these processes do not appear, you know, when making caramel, you need to follow the temperature strictly, so the sugar does not burn. When sugar starts to burn, you get a bitter taste, caramel becomes hard, and it's not what we need. Here's the same thing. I remember how we were making condensed milk in childhood. I don't know, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Condensed milk is that amazing product that US and Europe do not have. Probably you can find it in Russian stores. It's a condensed milk with sugar. It looks like a syrup. It's white and tasty. But we used it to make caramel called fudge out of it. It was the tastiest thing in the world. We took a tin can with condensed milk and put it in a water bath and cooked it for 8 to 12 hours in the water bath non-stop. Everything inside caramelized, milk casein, sugar, and this condensed milk obtained a distinctive caramel tone. It became thicker, not so viscous and stringy, and together with white bread, it was the tastiest thing in the world. Today it is made right in the factories, but the caramel is overdone there, because they use faster technology and higher temperatures to produce this boiled condensed milk quicker, but it's not so tasty. So my idea is to bake wood, those wood blanks, slowly, longer, and with lower temperatures, up to 120 degrees. Of course, I will still work on what temperatures to use. I will tell you more about this topic, but at first really go and watch that video of Finnish guy. He knows what he says. And there's also an awesome topic at forum, I'll provide you with the link, where people try to bake maple and wood blanks and show what they get. But I don't want my blanks to change color a lot. And I don't want them to become fragile, like I saw at Baked Maple. High temperature technologies, up to 200 degrees. They spoil wood, I believe so. I will try and you will see. And now I'll continue working on Les Paul. Bye.